So you guys asked me to talk about how to get your makeup to last longer, and I'm here to provide. I'm here to share with you how I think, but not only think, how it is that you can keep your makeup lasting longer, and it's true something that we do as makeup artists, and that is sanitizing. The main reason why your makeup may not last as long as it can, and the reason why we have expiration dates and everything, is because when you open it to the air and then you open it to bacteria. And persons don't usually sanitize their products. So after a while they know that bacteria and things will build up. By the time after time allotted, like bacteria is going to build up, it's time for this person to throw it away, because then the person will start to say the product is breaking them out. No one will ever say that their dirty, nasty habits is what causes them to break out. They will say, oh, the product breaking me out, or something ain't right, and it's the makeup, and they will say makeup ain't good to use, it's too much, using too much makeup. They will never say that it's the fact that you not doing clean things to keep the makeup sanitary, and that's the reason why it's breaking up. So I'm going to talk you through how I will sanitize certain things when it comes to my makeup, and that's how my makeup lasts a little bit longer and I get a longer bang for my buck. So there are certain things I can tell you straight away that you cannot sanitize, like mascaras and liquid eyeliners. You will have to throw those away anytime that they're allotted, or you know that probably push it for 2 more months and then you have to throw it away. I don't believe that you can throw away mascara every 3 months. If it dry out, obviously in 3 months, but if it lasts longer, you can use it for at least up to 6 months, I believe. But you should throw away your mascara after 6 months, because bacteria will grow in there and it will fester. And make sure that it's only you that using that mascara, because you don't want any stay in your eye. And let's not have these staph infections and everything. So when it comes now to pressed products like eyeshadows and powder foundations and bronzers and stuff like that, what I like to do is to, after you use it, and if you have, I do this probably, because I'm very sanitary, so I don't end up not touching it, but if you are using it, I tend to just taking the alcohol. This is what you do: spray the product you want to use. I'm going to make sure you remember this: isopropyl alcohol. You don't want any other kind. If it's not isopropyl, don't use it. Not ethanol, not this stuff. Ethanol? I can't remember what the other one is called, but you want isopropyl alcohol. Nothing else but that. 70% and more. So it has to be 70% isopropyl alcohol that you are using. Go to the pharmacy, ask them for that, and it will last you a long time because you don't need to use a lot. So you will spray it and saturate the powder, because obviously it's alcohol, it will evaporate in the air, will not destroy your product. So you spray it on, you take a wipe and wipe off the top layer of your powder, and that will take away the bacteria on the top. For cream products like cream pressed powders, this is not cream pressed powder, just giving an example, this is a powder. The cream powder products are cream blushes or cream highlights or anything like that. You do the same process. You spray the top, you don't have to saturate it, and you take the top layer off. You don't have to dig into the product, it's just a light wipe with a makeup wipe or a sanitizing wipe, or I don't want to say a Clorox wipe, not Clorox wipe, probably something like Lysol, a bit more gentle. And spray the alcohol, wipe off the top layer, and let it dry and then close it down. Don't close it down, either the powder or the creams, without letting it fully dry first, and then that will keep the bacteria out of it, making the sanitizer will last a bit longer. Because as soon as you put your body fluids and your oils on something, it mashes up. Okay, the same thing with like cream concealers. I prefer, hence why I have a palette and I squeeze it onto my palette, and take my foundation and squeeze it onto a palette. I don't dip the foundation onto my face like a steak or you don't filter anything like that, because that is another way bacteria gets into your products. That is how, guys, it's really hard to give me. That is how the bacteria gets in it. So try not to put your body into the product. Like, don't put the product directly onto your body and then put it back into the product. Try and put it in a medium place first that's sanitized and clean, so like a palette or a plate that you know that's clean, that you washed it that morning, so that way you know it's good. And then make sure you close them properly. Airtight things stay longer. So if you open it up to the air, you take it out, you close it down immediately and you put it aside. And so that no air bacteria from the air, no little spittle fly on it. That's another way. Because you really can't go in it with alcohol and clean it like powder or cream. You have to limit the amount of bacteria getting into it. When it comes to stuff now like eyeliner pencils, or lip pencils, or eyeliner pencils, the way that we as makeup artists do this is that we spray the lip pencil or the eyeliner pencil, sharpen it, and then spray it again, and then let it dry, which will take because isopropyl alcohol will take 30 seconds to dry, and then you put the cap back on and wipe off the things and everything. So I would recommend, if as a person who you're doing it yourself, when it comes to these cream products and these powders and everything, you should do this at least once a week. At least once a week. When you're washing your brushes, you take your time, you clean this stuff up. If you want to keep your makeup longer, that's just as I said, if you want to keep your makeup longer and you don't want it to break you out, this is what you do. Know that if you don't feel like doing it, know you're taking a risk that will break you out after the point that I told you that it will throw away. That's the reason why it's on there, suggesting for you to throw it away, because if you don't want to do that, that's what will happen. They're taking their liability away. Product may still be okay, but at that point, it's past the suggested use by date. And sometimes it's because it does expire. Certain products do expire after a while, even past the due date. They expire because you see foundation separating, and that's not when you go on the lip glosses, it starts smelling, texture changes. That's when it truly expired, even though, and that's years into it, or a long time after the suggested use by date. Alright, now for lipsticks, and I don't mean liquid lipsticks, I'm talking about the usual bullet lipstick form. What they do is that when after you apply it to yourself, don't share lipsticks, guys. If you share lipsticks, this is what you will have to do. Either way. And especially if you share lipsticks, this is exactly what you should be doing. But when you finish using lipstick, you spray it with the alcohol, the same thing sanitizing that you do every day. Now, I think we know about sanitizing, guys. You spray the lipstick bullet, take a wipe and you wipe off that outer layer of the lipstick, and then you recap it and you're done. So I hope, that's it. That's all I can suggest. Certain things you can't get into, like, for example, loose powders. There's no way to sanitize that really, because they're usually sealed inside of something. You can wipe off the cover and the sieve with alcohol, but you really can't get into the product. And that usually means that that's the reason why loose powders usually tend to have a longest shelf life. And certain products that have a very long shelf life because they're airtight, or you aren't able to put yourself and put bacteria in it. So, guys, that is really it. That is really answering the question, how do I make my makeup last longer? And it is through sanitizing. I would say try to create a habit of sanitizing your products and cleaning your brushes at least once a week. Not only will the brushes firstly be better using when you're using it, it will apply better, especially brushes and sponges. The products will last a bit longer, even though you may be, like you say, wasting some of it as you wipe it off. It will last longer in your hand because you're not going to take off a lot. It's going to be a little bit, like you will use a lot more on your face than you will if you wipe it off once with the wipe. So guys, I will see you in another video. I am dripping in sweat, and this is what the things that I do for you guys because I love you. I want you to be the best. I want you to truly thrive. So this is something that you need to do, that you wanted to learn about, and it will help you. And you guys can see the sweat, and that's how it is 24/7. Bye.